Being a parent is a beautiful gift of God. There's really nothing quite like it in the world. It changes your whole life. For one thing, it cures you of a lot of your selfishness, but it also gives you joys that you just can't imagine before you are a parent, particularly when you bring your children up in the fear of the Lord. And if you see God working in them savingly, the Apostle John said, there's no greater joy than to see my children walk in the truth. And to see your children grow up at every different stage and see them developing in their gifts and in the fear of God and the spiritual discernment is just incredibly rewarding. Well, I wrote this book on parenting because I feel there's a dearth of good books on parenting from a reformed covenantal perspective that brings into play the whole counsel of God deposited in the scriptures. When you parent by God's promises, you have a background on which to lean. You're trusting God, that He's a covenant-keeping God from generation to generation, and those who put their trust in Him shall not be put to shame. We all make a lot of mistakes as parents, and the amazing thing is that our children turn out in the end as well as they do. I think in Parenting by God's Promises, you have a book that really explains the whole theological framework of what parenting is to be, how we are to parent our children, the way that God parents us covenantally. So we are to parent them covenantally. And then I began to show you how to function in that theological perspective as a prophet, as a priest, and as a king in your own home. And from there, I take you to practical problems that are usually not addressed in parenting books today. Jesus Christ and His love is so incredible in my life. And if I think about what my children have done against me or to me at times where I've been disappointed in them, it is nothing compared to what I have done to Jesus Christ and disappointed Him. And yet He loves me. And so I got to love them and keep on loving them unconditionally as a reflection of His love for me. Parenting isn't all work. Parenting is a lot of fun, and parenting is a profoundly joyous task when it's done in submission to God and for His glory.